Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which all humans call Arceus, or Arceus. Now, I wish to know thine appearance. Alright, hello everybody. Today is the day we are finally landing into Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Or Arceus? Arceus? Arceus. I'll probably say Arceus. Interesting start though. I've spent years and years and years starting Pokemon adventures with Professor Oak, professors, so yeah, now we're being spoken to by the one and only Pokemon God. Okay. Let's go with you. What is thy name? Let's just do our name. D-A-N. Yes. Dan. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Dan? Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. What in the Kingdom Hearts is this? Wake up! Don't wake up, won't you? Okay, well, everybody, hope you're having a good day today. Oh, okay. Wow, so many thoughts already. Excited though, super excited. So we have 3 Pokemon staring at us. Are you alive, my boy? Okay, are we... I understand we need to talk, but are we just gonna ignore the giant wormhole above that mountain to the left? Okay. You gave me quite the shock, falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness you seem unharmed. I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand. Come now, who in the world does that? Wait, so are we like in a different dimension? What do you mean we fell out of the sky? Like, did we just enter like the Poké Multiverse? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? What is going on? Is this like a different... What? I have questions. I don't know. I see. You seem to be in a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? No. Nowhere. So you don't know anyone here and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, This is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow, I guess. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Karoo! Foom! Plish splash! Oh my, I completely forgotten. I just caught up with these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. And hopefully that's the way of us telling the game we don't need a tutorial. Or like, we need a tutorial, it's a completely new game, but like, not like a, you know, like a simple, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes. Well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Dan. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Laventon. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as the... Where did they go? Oh, blast and bother. My darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you can help me round them up? I beg you. Okay, tutorial stuff. Wait! You 3, wait! Okay, so this is it. This is it. I have questions. Questions, like a lot, like... We fell from the sky. We're wearing t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. We had a phone in that weird scene with Arceus, so... Did we time travel? Did he pull us out of the future and come to the past to get reacquainted with Pokemon? Like what, like when I first saw this game and the trailer and the announcement, I was like, oh, okay, we're just doing things in the past. Like we're kind of just, you know, going to play as if someone from this time, but it seems like we're from the future or a different dimension. Yeah, see, that's our phone. There's a glowing, beeping object over there. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission, seek out all Pokemon. Okay, interesting. Well, let's save. And it seems we have some other options up top too. Game control settings. Actually, let's go to settings real quick. Oh. And see if there's like a text speed. There is. Oh, it's already default to fast. Okay, good job, Pokemon. All right, well, let's head back. I guess this way. Is this the way they came? Yeah, there he is, Laventon. It's interesting. Alas, yet another miss. Ah, I'm glad you come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Go-woo! That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. Flume! Look at this Naruto run. And that Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Blish splash! Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing, how to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy, Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. Pokeball, a mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. I mean, I guess we always knew that, but I didn't know that was like an ability. I always just assumed it was like, I don't want to say digital like Digimon, but I just assumed it, okay. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one at a Pokemon and, well, that Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you can catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Throwing Pokeballs. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down ZR to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release the ZR to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel it. Okay, well, do we want water, grass, fire? I'm gonna say fire. Oh, there you are, hello. Oh. Take that. Ooh, little fireworks. Oh, wonderful, you've caught a Pokemon. It seems you're quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Dan. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Do we get to keep all 3? Take that. Also, can we just... Okay, so it'll stop us moving. Okay. I can hardly believe it, Dan. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon. Never mind catch them. Bravo, indeed. Just 1 to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Where you are. There you are. Can I throw over like a mountain? Come on. Boop. Easy. Baby stuff. Come on. Oh, he got away. Ah, yes. I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Alright. Come on. Don't be a Pidgey. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And, as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Dan, I was taken aback by how well you used Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon? That object is an Arc phone, you say? What odd device? Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Okay, so they already know what this stuff is called? See, I thought this was all like new. Okay, I have so many questions. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? Well, you've convinced me, total stranger. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodging and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me, then onward to Jubilife Village. Okay, we're finally going to address the giant weird wormhole. It looks like a crack. Like in the sky. Like a crack in time and space. Kind of like in Spider-Man No Way Home. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good godsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him to the village for a bit. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the... Okay. This road we're on now is known to the locals as Canala Avenue. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do yet and not many to do it. And since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside the village. Now, that impressive building up ahead is Galaxy Hall. I'm sorry, 1 second, please. Oh, we don't have an options button. Oh, botheration. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go ahead and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might ask you to wait for me at the canteen. It's just past this bridge here, and then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. Your Arc phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show you where you need to go next. Use the minus button to view the map on your phone. You can consult the map for guidance to your next destination and information on your missions and requests. You'll also see guidance markers when you're out exploring or running around the village. If you're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions to try to spot one of these markers. Then head for it. Okay, well I like that. That's definitely helpful. Interesting. Is there a way to... There is a zoom out. Oh, there it is. Head to the wallflower which serves the village canteen. I was going to say something from the water, but you know what? I'm going to go in here optimistic. Don't judge me.
Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The wallflowers are Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along.
Okay, that's rude. Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be minced meat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, you must have ties with somebody in the village. Perhaps you've met Professor Laventon? He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. It makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago, and had to take to my bed. But the professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Unfortunately, it's just like as Akiri says, I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Ooh, Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Dan here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex. Excuse me? You plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Celine's permission. Captain Celine? Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Celine. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. And now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be about 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow, we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy.
Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain.
Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor.
That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone so I might appreciate my meals without distraction.
Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Bid me, old chum, the usual potato mochi. If you please, but make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Well, you know, out of the great hole in the sky. The one people call the space-time rift. Our new friend fell right out of it. Can't be serious. Come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. That there are, in the grass, in forests, by water, or wherever they like. Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess, or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Dan will come in.
He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand. Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. 3? We've had a hard enough time catching even 1 when wild Pokemon come after us. Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well, and it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. The slow progress on that Pokedex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Dan. And think, if you make it to the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. I have questions and I need answers. We time traveled, right? Time traveled or another dimension? Or both? That's quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember that Dan has a trial to pass. Yeah, I was game aside, like, I'm trying to wrap my head about what's going on here. Like, you know how in which Yu-Gi-Oh story was it? Was it not Xyz, but there's, oh shoot, which one was it? There was one where maybe it was Arc 5 where you had the different dimensions, thinking it was based on fusion, synchro, Xyz, and then there was like the prime one. Maybe that's what's going on here with Pokemon? Like different dimensions? I don't know. I have so many questions. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember that Dan has a trial to pass. To join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry. I have complete confidence in Dan's skills. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Dan, was it? For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. Okay. Captain Celine's somewhat like Hisui in that they're both quite harsh. No, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yes, good night. A rift in the sky, people falling from it, the world is full of mysteries. Head to the Survey Corps quarters you've been assigned, okay? A cute little place. Sleep until morning in the futon in your quarters. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Hisui region. To read them anytime, simply press the up button to open the menu and go to the help screen. Handy tips for team members. Don't you wish your toils to be forgotten? Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. To save your progress, press the up button. Okay. There is also an autosave function that you can use to have your progress save automatically. You can enable or disable autosave by scrolling. I think we're going to disable it, in case we run into any issues where we can't catch a Pokemon, and I want to be able to have the chance to do so. HUD, toggling. We'll keep that as it is. Alright, save and exit. Nope, back. There we go. Rest until tomorrow morning? Yes. Good morning, Dan. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. All right, up and at 'em, everybody. I think that's going to do it for today. Well, not today. I think like right now I got to run some quick errands, but then we're going to come right back to this game. I have lots of questions, and I need lots of answers without spoilers. So if you know what's going on in the story, like maybe give me hints in the comments. I don't know. It's a new game for all of us. I'm trying to think of upload schedule for this game. I know when Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out, I kind of ran and blitzed through those games pretty fast, where I was doing multiple videos a day, sometimes 8, sometimes 6, sometimes 10, sometimes just 4. But I think I kind of want to just space this out and really just enjoy the game, really just get into it, get really good with the story, very familiar with it, and kind of just enjoy the whole process. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing about 8 uploads a day for this game. I might do 2, maybe 3 at a max, but definitely going to space it out and maybe just do uploads of this game every day. Still playing through quite a few other games as well. But this is Legends of Arceus. This is a brand new type of Pokemon game, so I want to play as much as possible. If you have any thoughts or opinions on how much Pokemon Arceus you'd like to see on the channel, let me know in the comments as well. And yeah, are you playing? Who's your starter? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about the trees and the water? I want to know. I want to know all your thoughts. I have my own opinions about the water and the trees, but I'll keep them to myself for right now. Maybe I'll share them later. But yeah, don't forget, if you're new or coming back around, give this video a like, head to the comments, let me know your thoughts on the game, and if you're playing it, and who your starter was, and overall, how are you feeling about it? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And subscribe if you're not subscribed, and as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your new Pokemon adventure, and I will see you in the next video, definitely tomorrow, but the next Pokemon video very soon, later today. Until then, bye-bye.